Hey, stop procrastinating. Click the button now. Get into this medical coding school with my school. Look, this is the 8-week program that can help you transition into coding. Let's take advantage of my special discount going right now. $897. Go to infinityhimschool.com and go to enroll.infinityhimschool.com. Alrighty, do it now. Click. What was the word? Stop procrastinating.
We're back.
Right.
Welcome to Give Me Something to Work With.
Yes.
I am Dr. Crystal Lee, a.k.a. Arthur K. Lee.
Right, and I am Melvina Washington. Thank you.
Yeah, so at the end of last episode, we were
Yes.
talking about ultimately advancing in age and not finding your voice.
Oh my God, yes.
For
Some people don't have it. They lost their voice, don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
Over the years, they've never acquired it and just don't know how to really put it out there and put some bass in their voice. Say what they say, mean what they say, and do it. Act on it.
Now, what I've noticed is that people do respond to your tone. So if you, even with children, especially little children, if you don't have a certain octave or a certain tone or something in there, they don't see what you're saying as urgent. They can see it as passive. They can see it as a suggestion.
And they'll run right on over you.
And they will. They'll ignore you.
Use you up like toilet paper.
And I've noticed even in corporate in America that it can feel that
will
way,
too.
right?
That's right. Because if you're trying to instruct or direct or anything or lead, who wants a weak leader? You can't even speak up and put a decision and put a plan together or anything. Who's listening? You know, so I think that's something we need to take into account.
Yeah. What advice would you give those that may be struggling with finding their voice?
Yeah. Finding their voice to do what? Say no, yes, move forward, just to speak up for themselves? Oh, let go of the fear. Let go of the fear, speak up. Think in your head, what's the worst that can happen?
Right.
So once you realize that, go ahead and go for it. Stop worrying about, well, I might hurt their feelings. Stop worrying about, well, I'll be guilty. Stop worrying about, well, I might have a regret. Let it go. Just talk about how you're feeling. Now, of course, there's a way to say any and everything. There's a time and a place for any and everything. And while I am abrasive, cutthroat, direct, and all that straightforward, yes, I'm that. But keep in mind, that don't mean I'm just that all the time, like 100% of the time.
Exactly.
It depends on the season, and reason, time, and the place, who I'm talking to. You know, if I'm just having a general conversation, it's about general stuff out of the atmosphere with somebody. It is what it is. It's just a conversation. Like, okay, yeah, great. That's how you feel. Great, fine. But with my business, my world, Infinity Time School, my podcast, my books, I can present it and lay it up anywhere I want to. It's mine.
Right.
Or in my home, I get to lay it up anywhere I want to. So I think you need to understand where you're trying to get your voice at. In my home, I already have my voice. It's clear.
Right.
My voice been here all the time because it's my home. When I go out there, that place or establishment that is not mine.
Right.
So I'm humble. I'm obeying the laws of the land. I am being respectful because that's somebody else's home environment they invent. But I'm not going to let you push me over. If I can't handle it or pick up anything you putting down, I'm leaving. Because I got options. I got choices. The way I came in, I can let the door hit me in the back. Right? Know your audience. Know what you need to say. Get there and say it. Let go of all of the other notions and all this overthinking all in your head and speak up and own what you're saying. That's how you need to find your voice.
And I find too, like, if you are considering what can happen, because let's be honest, there's a lot that can happen.
Of course,
and we don't get to control sometimes what happens, right? But when we are looking at ultimately, okay, this is what could go wrong.
Right.
I think we also got to get to a point where we're solution driven.
Of course.
Right? So as business owners, especially, we don't sit around and say, oh, woe is me, or, oh, this isn't happening. We have to go,
we got to go and
figure it out.
Make it happen and figure it out.
Right.
You have to, and that's what they need to do. Don't sit there, well, if, coulda, woulda, shoulda, well, blah, blah, blah. You got to figure out how to make something happen. You know, you think life is not perfect. You think we haven't made mistakes?
Definitely.
I make them all the time. I'll probably make some next week. It always happens. It's just a matter of what I do next.
Right.
That's always the case. So that's what I tell people. My voice is still there. If I made a mistake, I can own that too. I made a mistake. My bad, my fault. If it's not my fault, nope, you're wrong.
Right. How important is it to point out your flaws, do you feel? Do you feel like it's important?
Let people know I'm human, you know, and I'm not perfect, so I point it out. Always, I'm not perfect, so I made some mistakes or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what about when you're dealing with somebody that don't like hearing that they're wrong? How do you deal with people like that?
Well, it depends. Now, where are we at? In my setting, my world, my business?
That's a good point.
Yeah, if you're wrong, you're wrong in my world. It's nothing else. I don't care whether you want to hear it or not. Mm-hmm. Now, outside, anywhere else, I fight the battles as they come. Of course, you sit in line at the store or something, and somebody might ring up something, and you try to correct them. Hold up, Miss Cashier. This here should have been this price. They're clearly wrong. They rang at the wrong price. We're going to set this up. Now, if they're honoring and don't want to hear, well, take it off. I don't have to pay for it. Keep your stuff. I don't have to buy it here. Mm-hmm. I can leave. I got choices.
Right.
So you're wrong. You're not honoring it. You're not acknowledging. But keep your stuff. Let me leave.
Right.
You know? Or get the manager. We got a lot of ways to solve it. It's just a matter of how deep I'm going to go with it. Mm-hmm. So that's the kind of situation. You got to pick and choose your battles, of course, but it just depends where we at that time. A lot of people don't want to hear that they're wrong.
A lot of people don't.
They hear from me.
They do?
Oh, yeah, they will hear from me.
Do you hear that you're wrong sometimes or often? How do you respond to hearing that?
Okay, if someone tells me I'm wrong, one thing I do is I look at it and be like, okay, why do you think I'm wrong? I want a clear picture and understanding of why you think I'm wrong or whatever. And sometimes I'm like, oh, you know what? You're right. I'm sorry about that. That's true. I should have did this or I made that mistake. So now I'm apologizing and I'm going to say yes. Okay, well, what can I do better? Mm-hmm. How can we make it right?
Right.
Do I need to throw more money at it? Maybe that'll help me to,
So silly.
Anything I have to do, that's how I handle it. You know what I mean? If it's something I need to do to make it right, let me try to make it right.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But if I'm wrong, if I'm not wrong and you telling me I'm wrong, then it's like, no, I'm not. So now what we going to do? Can we agree to disagree? Mm-hmm. What about that? Can we still move forward?
Right.
Are you that affected where you can't deal with me anymore? You let me know. Because I'll ask you flat out. If you looking like you feeling some kind of way and you done rolled your head all around me and you got your hand going, you cutting your eyes, I'll be like, do we have a problem? Is it going to be okay? Because if it's not, then I'll be like, okay, well, if it is going to be a problem, I'll be like, okay, well, what we need to do? We can't agree to disagree?
Right.
I'm going to ask you directly. And if you still feeling some way, I'm like, okay, well, I know I can solve it. Let me simplify this right quick.
And let it go.
Let him go. Cut.
But sometimes it can be difficult to let go of some people. Like, what if it's your spouse or your children?
I done did that before. Children too. Let them go too. So I already did it. You're not telling me. I've already did it with a spouse. This is my second marriage, so I let them go too. So I did it. Been there, done that. So, I didn't say it was easy, but I already did it.
Right.
And I got 3 grown daughters now in different states. I let them go too. You want to hold on to me, you can hold on to me. We can have a mutual understanding to the understanding. We can coexist to make things work. Right. But if we cannot, then no, go ahead on. You can let me go, I can let you go too. Go ahead on. So I've already done it. Been there, done it. With Monica, I let her go, remember? And I had to pay me back. Remember we said that in the early episode. So I came back. That's because I let you go. Don't mean you just don't exist in the world forever and a day. And like, if you call, I'm not going to answer the phone, especially when it comes to my children. Of course, they call, I answer the phone or whatever. Of course. But what I mean when I say let go is, I'm not going to be in the corner stalling right there because you on your new drug over there. Heard. That's it. You smoking crack. I'm choosing not to engage at the moment. So...
Now, that was a heavy quote in book 1. Come hell or high water, you definitely...
Oh, my God, honey, please. People had a new drug and was smoking some things. They laced it. Something was going on. But my thing is, if you on your own trip over there, okay, fine. I'm cool with it. Go ahead on your trip. Do what you got to do. I'll let it go. But I don't mean I'm going to just be like, the door's closed, locked. Just it. Don't call me, don't bother me. Unfortunately, some people have gotten that treatment too.
I was about to say, I know a few that got that treatment with you.
It is what it is. So the thing is, it comes to matter. Do you need people? Do you need any and everybody that come in your life? No, you don't. Some people are very instrumental in your life. Some people will bring value. Some people can make you smile. They're just for comic relief. Right. Some people are business minded. Some people are, your good friend. Some people might be that person, just have a meal with every so often. People have seasons, rhyme, and reasons why they're there. But do you need any and everybody? No. Some people don't make the cut. They're not qualified. Cut. Let them go. Right. And I'm saying that. People need to wake up and realize Right?
Right.
I know.
I do understand. I think, some people you definitely will have to, I would say even cut strings. Like you've heard that saying, like some people will play you like a puppet.
Oh, yes, they do.
And so you have to cut the strings so you're free.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes letting things go is also cutting yourself free of these false obligations that we put on ourselves. Where now you're putting more pressure and requirements on yourself that other people are showing you.
Oh my God, yes.
That's necessary.
I know. That's crazy, right? But people do it all the time.
Yeah.
But they haven't learned to let go. And this book here just broke it down, 200-something pages of it telling you
right.
how you need to let it go. Mm-hmm. Even your husband, if your man is not treating you right, he's not paying no bills in the house, and then he smacked you upside the head a couple of times. Exactly what are we holding on to? Is the ding dong that powerful? Now he's beating you up and not paying bills, and you getting ding dong, and you keeping them? Look here, let it go.
Let it go?
Oh.
Now, you're an avid believer in marriage and not divorcing.
Yes, I am. But, honey, please, just ding dong, and you not paying no bills, he's hitting you. Mm-hmm. You need to let it go. Mm-hmm. Or what about if he's cheating on you? He can bring you any disease at any given time. Exactly how long you can keep on going down this,
Yeah.
So you cheat him one time, you maybe try to forgive him, which I already say let him go on cheating period one time. Mm-hmm. But if you feel the need that you can forgive and keep moving on, okay. Me, I say let it go, but okay. Mm-hmm. I have such high standards. If my little thing down here is not enough, then I'm not enough. You need to go ahead on. If you cheated on me. Mm-hmm. See, I value me just that much. Uh-huh. I don't have to have a man to get me off. I got toys to do that. Mm-hmm. See, since I'm a believer in toys and just playing with myself, I think that works out just fine. Mm-hmm. But since I have a man that is very faithful after 26 years, we can keep on going and doing this. Mm-hmm. Understand? Mm-hmm. But it got to be a mutual understanding. Mm-hmm. You don't cheat on me. You don't hit on me. You do what I say, when I say, how I say. Just jokes, world, just joke.
I heard,
but
right?
Because we have the love and respect for each other and
Definitely.
grown for over the years, it works out. I think you need to analyze and not overanalyze. Make it real simple and cutthroat. Mm-hmm. Simple and cutthroat. Uh-huh. If it's not for you, you need to let it go. If that person's not your friend, you need to let it go. Mm. That's it.
Now, what about people that fear loneliness? Because, that's a real thing.
Be alone. You don't need them. Go find somebody else to be with. Mm-hmm.
And I would say that there is a difference between being alone and loneliness.
Yes.
I wrote a book called a series actually, Alone But Never Lonely.
Right.
And I wrote it because I think sometimes we feel like, oh Lord, I can't afford for this person to leave. I can't afford for my children to leave.
You just failed.
And what I think they really need to do is ultimately they need to, like you said, go back to finding the enjoyment in themselves. They need to maybe consider going on a date by themselves. Now, unlike you, I'm not a masturbator or any of that type of stuff. I'm not doing any of that. But
it's a lot of fun, even with hubby doing it. Trust me.
Well, that's their thing. Y'all know I don't get in those conversations. I'm gonna let Melvina have that one. But I think for people that are finding themselves alone in this season, right, and they're trying to figure out, well, how do I spend time with myself? Because you may want your children to stay, but they got to live their lives. Not every time children leave is a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, they got to go live and accomplish things too. And if you hold them for too long, then you can be stuck with them. You can handicap them to where they don't know how to move on after a while.
So many parents do it. Mm-hmm. I heard some parents, well, I'm not going to kick my child out. My child just finished college. They got to try to, I'm not going to just kick them out the house like that. I'm like, then 40 years old, they're still there. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
And then the child, it could be a boy, a man. Well, I stay with mama. I mean, the bills, I take out the trash. I pay mama bills and stuff. It works out. You still home with mama? Mm. And then guess what? He got a girlfriend. I'm like, really? I didn't even date a man in my 20s that stayed home with mama. Because I had my own place. Mm-hmm. I bought my first house at 24. Mm-hmm. So if a man didn't even have his own place in a car, we wasn't even talking. Mm-hmm. We didn't even get past that. If a man came and we smoking cigarettes, we couldn't even get past that. He said, hey, how you doing? I'm like, nothing much. You still smoking. I can quit. I said, you would have quit before you walked over here. I'm feeling you. Let's put some stank on it.
Do you think sometimes we miss things because we're not prepared for them at the time? Or like we're not ready when they
don't know what they want. That's what it is. And the more they're just not ready, they don't even know what they want. I had a lot of standards. You can't smoke. You got to have a car. You can't stay home with mama. You have to have a job. At least meet me where I'm at. We got to have something. Some people don't even have nothing. Well, they got a man. I mean, they get caught up in the vicious cycle, you know.
Yeah.
And they just, I got a man. He trying to do the best he can. And you go into this whole savior complex. Well, I'm trying to save him. I'm trying to give him time so he can get it together. I'm like, well, how long? I mean, it's been 20 years. You still waiting or what? And the man's still sitting there. Well, cheaper to keep her. I said, I guess so.
Right.
So they're no different. I know somebody right now is staying in a very unhappy relationship. He's not even sexually fulfilled. He's just not getting anything. I'm like, why you can't leave? Well, I can't. I don't have enough money to break it off. I'm like, and you still staying? Wow. I said, I know what it is. Your thing don't work or something. That's probably why you still sitting there. Yeah. He's been with her for years. Since the 1990s or something. And still there. It's sad.
That is sad. Well, I mean, let's be honest. Like, some people will struggle with ED and all of those things. Those things are part of life, too.
Yeah,
but I know you said...
He just can't get none because they're not doing nothing.
Oh.
According to him, I mean, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't had the
either.
opportunity to investigate any further on this.
Heard.
I only got one, thing that I know that works right there and keep it going,
Now, what do you say? Because I know you said, too, like, if things, between... I would say with married couples, there is an extra layer, of patience that come into play, right?
Of course.
I mean, let's assume they are not violent. You know what I'm saying? Right. They're not abusers or cheaters or, you know what I'm saying?
Very good men like my Glenn.
We will say Glenn, yes.
Okay, yes.
But what if there is like a disconnect? What if he feels like he's begging her for attention or vice versa? I mean, you can easily be like, if you are bringing home, the lion's share, if you are doing what you're doing, but you just don't feel welcomed in your own home.
Right.
How do you respond to something like that?
Like if Glenn told me that?
Or if you...
Or I'll tell him that.
Or vice versa. If either one
I would never tell him that. I always feel welcome in my home. I don't have that problem.
No, I'm not saying like in your example because I know you have a happy marriage anyway.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm saying for those that might be struggling or maybe they're begging, someone to...
Look here, if you don't feel happy in your home, let it go.
But what if they didn't do anything to cause, like,
yes,
what if they're not,
you need to revamp your home and let it go.
They're not violent.
That's true.
They're
still not happy, right?
But they might not have no fire, though.
Oh, okay, but then you let go to non-fire you have and start one.
Really? You think you should throw somebody away because of that?
Well, listen, are you going to flame something or you going to just keep sitting around there saying you're unhappy? So throw what away? What do you have now that you're trying to keep? See my point? So you're saying you're unhappy, you're not hitting me, you're not cheating me, and
you pay your bills.
No, that you paying your bills. So
take
the
care
person
of the children.
Your bills,
yeah.
They take care of the children and all that, but you are not happy.
Yeah.
So what are you going to keep? What are you keeping then? You're still not happy, so what are you keeping? That's what I would ask them.
But if they got married, you would think that it was something that created the atmosphere.
I would think that,
right?
but they saying they're not happy, so I'm like, okay, what's going on? So you're not happy. You need to let something go. What are you letting go? Or you going to hold on to everything you got now and stay unhappy? So what are you doing? Change up something?
Yeah.
Not let him go, but let up something that's interfering
that's what I was gonna
from
say
your
too.
happiness or whatever.
I can see that. It's
got
to be some kind of mental block.
Something.
Yeah.
Why are you not happy? What are you going to do? Stay there and keep not being happy?
Yeah.
And you got some people not happy because guess what? They didn't do no soul searching. They don't know what makes them happy.
Right.
So I'm like, well, if he's paying the bills and taking care of the kids and all that, and he's not cheating or you're not beating your head in, why are you not happy? Maybe it's because of lack of communication.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not having sex with you right. You're not getting orgasms. Maybe because you didn't even tell him what makes you get an orgasm. Maybe communication.
That's in release fashion. I know you say stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Did you break it down and tell a man what you want?
Right.
Are you all talking? Maybe he didn't buy you a birthday gift, and now you're unhappy about that, and he keeps getting every year.
Right.
Did you tell him? I mean, so it's a lot of things. So whatever it is, you need to work it out.
Right.
And you need to let it go. Get on with it. Get on with it and let it go. Whatever's causing that unhappiness.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm trying to say. Let me reiterate a little bit.
I thought you meant like throw the man to get divorced and stuff.
No, not yet.
I was like, oh, dang.
Not yet.
Because
I mean, they can't come to that, trust me.
Let's be honest, that there comes a patch in any marriage where you're not going to be happy.
That's right, of course.
Right? And that's, something someone told me that I do value his opinion is he said, what I've learned in marriage is you just got to stay. And what he was saying is not every day is going to be as easy as other days. And on the difficult days, you have to have the same heart and mind to stay as you had when things were really good. Because if not, you will have a marriage that don't last. And you will keep
but the stay part when things are not really good. Stay and do what? That's my thing.
But that's the thing.
Because even if I have those
sometimes,
days.
But one thing I love about I think I told you this too. One of my family members, he was married 55 years and he's only, no longer
that's
married
like
because she passed.
56. Yes.
Right. And, he said, how do you basically have a relationship and never argue? Because his thing was never arguing. Oh, no. And he said the way you do that is, you say what you got to say. They say what they got to say. And before they can keep saying something or, change the atmosphere, you walk away. He said, no. And then he said, when you come back, it allows people to cool off. Right. But the whole point is you don't want to build up resentment or separation in your heart where now you don't know how to stay. Right. Because sometimes, like you said, communication is the key.
Always the key in marriage.
Mm-hmm. And then when you don't know how to communicate, you can find yourself fighting against something that isn't even real.
Right.
You're really fighting your communication or your lack thereof.
And you're not even clear about what you're fighting over.
Right. And sometimes people don't even remember.
Yes.
And now that's the sad part.
Yes,
when these people don't even talk anymore. They sleep in separate bedrooms and they don't even know why.
They don't do that. Mm-hmm. If we sleep in separate bedrooms, I don't see no reason why you're here. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be it. You need to go ahead on. I need a man in bed with me.
Now, what I do want to talk about is how can a relationship work through separation?
Separation?
Yes. I want to talk about that because I don't know if you've heard of this trend or this concept where there are people that are either married, but they live in separate houses or they have separate things going on. They live in different states, different countries. I would like to talk to you about that more, in the next episode, because I do think that there is a whole lot that can be said or even talked about. And how is that? I know it ain't possible for you because you're very clear about you and Glenn being in the same spot. Well, but I would be curious.
We already did that, me and Glenn. I mean, because remember when I traveled for work? Mm-hmm. So I went to Boston for a year, and Glenn was here in Georgia. Mm-hmm. So we lived through the separation. It just can't be a permanent situation.
And that's what I want to talk about, because there are some couples that are in a permanent situation, meaning she owns her house, he owns his house, neither one of them want to sell their houses, and they like their houses, or their family setup is what it is, and they're not going to change it, right? So then the question becomes, what is your take on that? And that's what I would like to talk about in the next episode, though, because I know, we talked about quite a bit today, and I would be curious to know, and I want to give you some examples of this too, because I think just asking the question could be okay, I get it. I've done, long distance, but now we're talking about can separates become one if they're not coming together, maybe through banking or through physical living and stuff like that.
Really
So
I want to wrap that up real good.
But no. I want to definitely have the conversation. So if y'all want to have that conversation, I want y'all to join us next time on Give Me Something to Work with, where Melvina W and myself, Dr. Crystal Lee, author Kate Lee, where we talk about topics, ultimately that are, impacting families, impacting your life, impacting what you want to do, your dreams. And if you have not already, I want you to go to
my latest book.
Yes, Let It Go from IamMelvina.com.
Yes.
And then if you want to learn more about the Embrace Your Crown series, you can go to EmbraceYourCrown.com. Oh, man. And you can check out this book in the series and everything with it. So, yes.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. So if you're looking for something for family, relationship, medical coding, anything, raw, unapologetic, vibes, feelings, come on and give me something to work with. Look forward to seeing you.
Bye-bye for now.
Bye. Hey, already a coder? Do you have a job or you cannot get a job? I can help you get a job with my mentorship program. I will walk you through the steps to getting employed. You can be newly certified or an experienced coder. I don't care. I'll take either one. I can help you get more. Just go to Job Infinity HIM. All right? And I'll get you there. Come on.